Fischer also reporting that rivals believe Walker Kessler from the Jazz may be available in the trade market. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I know his numbers. Like, you look at his numbers this season, they actually went down a bit from his rookie year. But you're talking about a guy who just over 12 months ago was third in Rookie of the Year voting, was All NBA Rookie First Team, has averaged 2.3 blocks and then 2.4 blocks in his 2 seasons to date. Strong rebounder. After his rookie year, was part of the US World Cup team, whatever it was. Seriously good young player. And under team contract for another 2 seasons at less than $8 million total. 7'1" shot blocker. Yes, doesn't stretch the floor by any means, which is why I think Lopez would still be the best option for the Warriors. But again, if Walker Kessler is legitimately available, if you are the Warriors, you are doing yourself a disservice if you are not seeing what that takes. I know having both TJD and Kessler on the same roster, 2 young centers who are similar-ish, like neither of them stretch the floor by any means. That might be a bit awkward, I get it, but I think that risk is totally mitigated by the fact that you're going to have both those guys under contract for TJD another 3 years at like less than $7 million and Kessler another 2 years at less than $8 million. You are spending nothing on those guys from a salary perspective. So therefore, the risk is totally mitigated, in my opinion. And the upside is you've got 2 young guys there who, yes, in time, they might both prove they're starting caliber players, and therefore you might not be able to retain both of them long term. But in the next couple of seasons, you could have essentially your center rotation completely sorted, where you've got 48 minutes of strong center minutes between those 2 guys. That is the upside. And you are spending minimum chips on it from a salary perspective. Again, you'd be doing your disservice if you're the Warriors, if you're not inquiring about what Walker Kessler would take. So that's something you got to look at. Again, I think Lopez would be the ideal fit just because of the offense that he gives you in terms of stretching the floor. But again, the Warriors, I think, need a genuine 7-footer here. At least one that's functional, one that's reasonable, one that you can throw out there for 15 minutes and see what can happen. And I know this Loon news, obviously, with them guaranteeing his contract or about to, that obviously probably lessens the need somewhat. But I still think if you traded for Walker Kessler and you had Kessler and TJD, maybe Loon can still be on the roster as a third big. And he's at worst he's there for veteran leadership to provide education to those 2 young guys. It wouldn't be horrific if he's still on the roster. But I'm not looking at this and thinking, okay, we just guaranteed Loon's contract. We've got Loon as backup center, therefore we're not going to trade for Walker Kessler. No. You still bring in Walker Kessler, and if that means moving Loon, then so be it. If that means having him as a third center where you're paying him $8 million to essentially be a teacher, be a coach, pretty much, and provide leadership, then so be it. Again, you can get away with that when you're paying your first 2 centers less than $5 million combined next season. You can do that. Walker Kessler, got to be on the radar. So is Brook Lopez. Another one.